Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're here to plunge right into fascinating stories and really pull out those nuggets of insight. You know those relationships, the ones that are just a beautiful, messy, tangled knot of emotion, all the misunderstandings, the pride, that intense push and pull, where you feel like you just can't live with or without each other.
Oh, absolutely. And today we've got this incredible piece, an excerpt from a French document that just drops us smack bang into the middle of one of those. A really tumultuous relationship. And it all centers around, believe it or not, a single, very emotionally charged Valentine's Day.
Wow. Okay. So it's raw, it's real.
Totally. And surprisingly insightful, actually, about, human nature.
Right. So our mission today is to unpack all those layers, the conflict, the connection, and maybe find some, well, surprising truths about pride, communication, or miscommunication, maybe.
Exactly. And just the complex dance two people do. We're going to follow this pretty dramatic sequence of events. It goes from hurt and defiance all the way to, well, a surprising moment of clarity.
And maybe even reconciliation. I'm really curious to see what sort of aha moments pop out from this narrative.
Okay, let's dive in. So the story starts right in the aftermath of, well, clearly a bad night for our main character, Abby. She wakes up feeling just shattered, physically hurting. The text says everywhere, like after a car accident.
Oof, that's intense.
Yeah. And emotionally, she's in a really dark place, feeling used, like like she was just the pretty new toy someone else mentioned. She feels like his thing, an object.
And then she has that immediate reaction, that fierce declaration, I don't belong to anyone. It's so strong, isn't it?
It really is. But what's striking is that right after saying it, this huge wave of grief hits her.
Oh.
She realizes, oh, I truly don't belong to anyone. And she says she's never felt so alone. It's like the independence she just claimed immediately highlights what she's missing.
That's a really crucial point, that cost of freedom, sort of.
Exactly. And from that really intimate, sad moment, boom, the scene just flips.
Right, from her bedroom to a frat party.
Yeah. Yep, a Sigma Tau fraternity Valentine's Day party. So for anyone listening who isn't familiar, fraternities are these social clubs at universities, often known for their big parties.
And the description of the decor, it says it all, doesn't it? Empty beer cans covered in red and pink paper.
Hung from the ceiling, yeah. And tables covered in metallic hearts.
Not exactly high romance,
Yeah.
more like low-budget student effort.
Definitely. And it seems deliberate on Abby's part. She's there specifically to forget the last couple's night, which, we can guess didn't go well.
So she goes straight for the coping mechanism.
Oh, yeah, straight for the alcohol. Says she drank my bottle in a few gulps.
Wow.
And then there's this little incident. Some girl tells her the bottles are just for Sigma Town members. And Abby, who's already hurting and, drinking, he just snaps.
What did she say?
Basically implies the girl's boyfriend is cheap and calls her a bitch.
Yikes.
Yeah.
So it's not just drinking to forget, it's lashing out too.
It's that classic thing, isn't it? Using alcohol to numb the pain, but then the anger and hurt just spill out anyway. Pride pushing her away, not towards fixing anything.
And where does alcohol and emotional turmoil often lead at a party?
Straight to the dance floor, of course, which becomes the stage for the next round of drama.
Naturally. So Abby's pretty drunk at this point.
Oh, yeah. She drags her friend Finch onto the floor for a slow dance.
Okay.
And Finch, being the practical one, kind of questions her state and even mentions her postage stamp pink dress.
And Abby's response.
Quick as a whip. Have you never seen a guy in a dress, maybe? Just totally defiant, pushing back against any judgment.
Okay, she's on edge. And then
Travis shows up, just appears unannounced, takes over the dance from Finch.
Travis. The implied him from earlier.
Precisely. And it knows his appearance has improved. His eye isn't bruised anymore. No more marks on his face. Suggests there was some kind of fight before, probably about her.
Okay, so the tension must be immediate.
Palpable. Travis tries to be smooth, compliments her, calls her poulette, which is like a French term, sweetheart or something.
Something like that, yeah. Little chick, maybe.
Great. But Abby's having none of it. Just rejects the compliment.
And then they start arguing.
Yep, about the Parker incident. Abby insists, it wasn't a romantic date, Travis. We were just eating together.
And Travis...
He admits, incredibly bluntly, that he took my pleasure when you blew Parker off for me.
Whoa. Okay, that is brutal honesty. Or just brutal. What does that tell you about where he's at?
I think it shows he's hurting badly, maybe trying to get some control back, even if it's a really messed up way to do it. But what's fascinating is right after saying that, he tries to reconcile.
Really? After that?
Yeah. He calls her his good luck charm, says he wants her at his upcoming fight, like he genuinely wants her there.
But Abby?
Just stone cold rejection. I'm nothing of yours. And she walks away. It says she's crying, but fighting hard not to let him see.
Wow. Back to that. I don't belong to anyone, but this time it feels even more painful.
Definitely. It's that wall going straight back up.
And their friends see this whole thing unfolding.
They do. Shepley and America, their friends, apparently comment that they both look as miserable as each other.
And that it seems like they're doing it on purpose.
Yeah, like they're stuck in this cycle of making each other miserable.
What do you think drives that? Just pride? Or is it something else, like fear?
I think it's a heavy mix of both. Definitely pride, but underneath that, probably a huge fear of being vulnerable. They're both so hurt, so scared of getting hurt more that they end up hurting each other instead. It's tragic, really. They're just not talking about what they actually feel.
Which leads us perfectly into the next bit.
Yeah.
The public spectacle part.
Oh, yeah. This is where it really goes off the rails. The DJ plays the song they danced to on Abby's birthday.
Their song. The significant one.
Exactly. And right then, another guy, Brad, asks Abby to dance.
All right.
And before she can even really answer, Travis just cuts in, "Dance with me."
And Abby, given everything that just happened.
Her refusal is like a slap in the face. She insists we don't have a song, and then very deliberately turns and dances with Brad instead.
Ouch. That's a public knife twist right there. Designed to hurt.
Absolutely. And it works. It pushes Travis over the edge.
Leading to the toast.
The infamous toast, he gets up on a chair, grabs someone else's beer.
Classy.
And just belts out this loud, drunken toast. And, "Oh, two jerks. Two girls who break your heart." And to the absolute horror of losing your best friend because you were stupid enough to fall in love with them.
Wow. Just lays it all bare. In front of everyone.
The text says there was total silence afterwards, except for the music from downstairs. It's just gut-wrenching, isn't it? Such a public unraveling.
You have to wonder what's under all that anger, though. It sounds like sheer pain.
It's pure vulnerability, I think, just masked by all this aggression. He's saying his deepest fear out loud, losing his best friend, but in the most self-destructive way possible.
Like a cry for help that sounds like an attack.
Yeah, exactly. Pushing her away, even as he's kind of confessing how much she means to him.
And it doesn't stop there, does it? It escalates even further on the dance floor.
Right. He goes over to Brad, the guy Abby's dancing with, and threatens him. "If you don't get away from my girlfriend, I'll smash your head in. Right now."
Claiming her as his girlfriend right after she rejected him, and he toasted to losing her. The contradiction.
It's wild. And Abby is, understandably, totally humiliated. She turns to Travis, furious, and says, she says, "What I feel for you right now, Travis, is very close to hatred."
That's harsh.
And then, maybe trying to make him feel what she felt, she apparently dances really provocatively with another guy, mimicking something Travis did in the past.
The tit for tat, keeping the cycle of hurt going.
Precisely. They're just locked in it. And this public mess culminates in, Travis basically abducting her.
Abducting her? Seriously?
Pretty much. Grabs her, throws her over his shoulder, and carries her out of the party, knocks down one of the guys she was dancing with on the way out.
Oh my God. And Abby's fighting him.
Desperately. Shouting, "Stop! Isn't this a spectacle? And let me down." Apparently her friend America just laughs and says they're both completely ridiculous.
Some friend. So he carries her out. Then what?
Throws her into the back of a car, then uses this calm but really intense tone to persuade Donnie, the designated driver, to take them to his apartment. Makes a threat, basically.
And Abby's still trying to get away.
Yeah, trying to open the car door, and at one point she actually bites his hand hard.
Wow. Okay, so this is chaos.
Yeah.
But you said what happens next is the real game changer.
It really is, because despite the bite, despite everything, Travis makes this incredibly powerful, desperate confession right there in the car.
What does he say?
He yells, "I love you, damn it.
Yeah.
You're not going anywhere until you've sobered up," and we've talked about all this.
Okay. From physical force to just raw emotion.
Exactly. Then he carries her into his apartment. She threatens to call his dad. He just laughs it off. Says his dad will basically congratulate him for finally doing it. He'll give me a little pat on the back and tell me I took my time.
That's quite a family dynamic.
Tell me about it. Then he throws her onto the bed and tells her, "Sleep, sober up, we'll talk tomorrow." There's still that forcefulness, but also that raw declaration underneath.
Okay, so she's on the bed, What happens? Is that the turning point?
Almost. The real turning point comes moments later. Travis turns on the light and he's got this, like, satisfied smile.
And Abby's reaction.
Yeah.
Still furious, I bet.
Oh, yeah. She screams at him, "I forbid you to tell me what to do. I'm not yours, Travis." Still defiant.
And this is it.
This is it. Travis's response is immediate, furious, gets right in her face, vein throbbing in his neck, according to the text, and he roars.
What?
"But I belong to you."
Oh, wow. Okay, that flips everything.
Completely. He's not claiming ownership of her. He's declaring his complete surrender to her.
Yeah.
It's the absolute opposite of her defiance, and it's just devastatingly vulnerable after everything he just did.
And how does Abby react to that?
It breaks through like a dam breaking. She grabs his face and kisses him almost violently.
Okay, so the anger just shifts into passion.
Intense passion. They move towards his room, but then Travis does something interesting. He actually hesitates.
Hesitates. After all that.
Yeah. He says, "We're both drunk," which is true, but it seems like it's more than that. He needs something else first.
What does he need?
Validation. Commitment. After putting himself out there like that, saying, "I belong to you," he needs to hear it back. It's not just about sex for him right now.
So he asks for.
He tells her, "I need you to tell me." He insists, "Say you belong to me. Say you want me again. I won't do anything if we aren't together."
He needs the words, the verbal surrender from her, because he just gave his.
Exactly. He needs that affirmation, that security before they cross that line physically.
And does Abby give it to him?
She does. It's described as this incredibly emotional surrender. She tells him, flat out, "I've been yours the second we met." She realizes, she says, that all her happiest moments, even the fighting, were with him. Fighting, laughing, loving, crying.
So it all comes pouring out.
All of it. Her final words are just breathless. "I am yours. I never want to be separated from you again. I love you. I love you forever." It's that total capitulation, the realization that despite all the drama, this is where she belongs, where she wants to be.
A realization that only seems possible after they both completely hit rock bottom emotionally.
Seems that way. But then the morning after isn't quite the happy ending you might expect.
Oh, what happens?
Travis is weird. He's silent, looks terrible, bloodshot eyes, skin was red, puffy. His kisses feel off. Different, Abby thinks, as if you were kissing me for the last time.
So after that huge reconciliation, he's scared, anxious.
Definitely distressed about something.
Right.
Refusing to go back to sleep. His fear is still there, really strong.
And Abby notices this.
She does. She's confused, concerned. She looks around his apartment and starts seeing all these photos of them together, including their anniversary picture, which has replaced some sombrero decoration he had over his bed.
Ah, little clues.
And then it clicks for her, the big realization. She asks him point blank, "You thought I'd wake up angry with you, didn't you? You thought I'd leave."
And what does he say?
He just shrugs, tries to play it cool, says, "It's a bit of your specialty." Still defensive, even now.
But that opens the door, right, to the real misunderstanding.
Exactly. This is where the core issue comes out. Abby reveals she was actually ready to give in way back at Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving, months ago.
But his words stopped her. He'd said something like he was giving up trying to make her happy, and that made her too proud, too hurt to admit that she actually wanted to stay together.
So she thought he was pushing her away then.
Yes. But Travis is completely stunned when he hears this.
Why? What was he thinking back then?
He reveals he said that because he was trying to make it easier for her to leave. He thought she was unhappy, and he was trying to give her an out even though he was miserable.
No way. So they both thought the other person wanted out.
Precisely. He tells her he was miserable as stones, drank like a hole for weeks, could barely get out of bed. He even smashed his phone on New Year's Eve to stop himself from calling her.
Oh my God.
All while pretending he was okay with just being friends because he was terrified of losing her completely. He asks her, like, bewildered, and "All this time I could have been with you. What the hell is going on?"
That is heartbreaking. How easily we can misread signals, assume the worst, try to protect someone, and end up causing more pain.
It's absolutely tragic. Abby feels incredibly ashamed and sorry when she hears just how much he suffered, realizing her own pride and her misreading of that one conversation cost them months of being together.
It just shows, doesn't it, how one single misinterpreted conversation, fueled by pride and fear on both sides, can just derail everything.
Totally, because neither of them was being honest about their own fears and what they really wanted.
So does he forgive her?
He does. In a really powerful moment, he forgives her, but he gives her this very clear, poignant warning, but don't do it again.
Setting a boundary. Like,
Yeah.
no more games, no more pride getting in the way. We need honesty now.
Exactly. It's a plea for openness, for vulnerability, for the trust they clearly haven't had until this blow-up forced it out of them.
Wow. What a story. So looking back at this whole roller coaster, what are the big takeaways for us, for you listening?
Well, it's a stark reminder of just how destructive pride can be, isn't it? And the absolute disaster that miscommunication can cause.
Yeah, that whole huge emotional mess, months of agony,
Yeah.
basically hinging on one conversation they both got completely wrong.
Mm-hmm. Their unspoken fears, the assumptions they made about what the other person was thinking or feeling, that's what kept them stuck in misery.
The aha moment seems to be that often the biggest walls in our relationships aren't external things. They're the ones we build inside ourselves from pride and misunderstanding.
That's perfectly put. We project our own fears onto the other person.
So it forces you to look inward, doesn't
Mhm.
it? If you take this story seriously, what's like one practical thing we can learn about dealing with those unspoken fears or assumptions in our own lives?
I think it boils down to clarity is kindness. And maybe, just maybe, vulnerability isn't weakness. Assuming you know what someone else feels or means, especially when pride gets involved, it's just a recipe for disaster.
It's terrifying, that vulnerability, but maybe it's the only real path through the mess.
It seems to be, yeah, the shortest path to actual connection.
Definitely something to think about as you navigate your own, maybe less dramatic, but still complex relationships. Which leads us to our final thought for you.
If you could rewind time, replay one really crucial conversation in your own life, but this time with perfect clarity,
Hmm.
what might you discover you had completely misunderstood?
And how might understanding it differently change everything looking back? Chew on that one. That's all for this deep dive.